Good afternoon, students. Up to the last class, we have discussed the general concept of the magnet and we have discussed it. A person, Magnus, he was a shepherd, and on the name of shepherd Magnus, the term magnet comes. Number one. Number two, the magnet that was first discovered, it was the it was an ore of the ore कहते हैं बच्चों ORE ore. It was an ore of iron, a compound of you can say compound of iron, and compound of iron is the it was magnetite. What is the name of natural magnet? Name of natural magnet is the magnetite. Magnetite, the formula of the magnetite, iron का formula होता है बच्चों Fe. This is the formula of iron. So the formula of magnetite is the Fe3O4. This is the formula of natural magnet. This is the formula of natural magnet Fe3O4. देखो जब F कैपिटल होता E स्मॉल होता, यहाँ पर O लिख दो, O कैपिटल अगेन. अब यहाँ पर 4 छोटा लिखेंगे, E भी 3 भी छोटा, तो 3 Fe3O4. E F capital E small letter, right? This is the chemical formula of the natural magnet. Now come to the point. The magnet term comes from the attraction. The material which attract to other materials, other ones, are known as magnet. The materials which attract to others are known as magnet. Got it? तो ये magnet. एक बार magnet, some of the materials attract towards the magnet are known as magnetic material, nickel, cobalt and iron. Nickel, cobalt and iron are the magnetic material, magnetic substance. These substances which do not attracted by the magnet are known as non-magnetic material. Rest of the metals, copper, silver, gold, whatever, aluminium, whatever it is, all kind of the metals, plastic, wood, stones, bricks, all these materials are non-magnetic material. इतना पोर्शन हम लोगों ने कल डिस्कस कर लिया. एंड नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस आल्सो डिस्कस्ड इट. मैग्नेट में है डिफरेंट, a magnet may have different in shape. On the basis of their shape, the magnet may be horseshoe shape, bar magnet, bar-like, rod-like, spherical magnet. So, on the basis of shape, magnet may be of different types. Right? Now, all kind of the magnet, all having a single characteristic that all the magnet having two poles. All the magnets having two poles. When we take a magnet and hang freely, it will stop in the direction of the north and south. It stop in the direction of north and south. North direction, north pole towards the north pole of the earth, towards the south pole of the earth. North seeking pole, south seeking pole. हम क्या कहते हैं इसको? North seeking pole and south seeking pole. Got it? Now this magnet is used to find out the direction. That's why it is used to find out the direction. That's why it is also known as lead stone. ही तो है lead stone. Lead stone से वो पत्थर जो हमें लीडिंग करे to find the direction. So it is known as lodestone. क्या कहते हैं इसको? Because magnet provide us leading the direction, so magnet also known as lodestone. What we call it? Lodestone. Now start the properties of magnet. Properties of magnet. Properties of magnet. So, number one, all the magnet having two poles. All the magnet having two poles. And अगर हम लोग दो मैग्नेट के पास लाए तो क्या होता है? कभी तो अट्रैक्ट होती है, कभी रिपेल होती है, कभी तो एक दूसरे के पास आ जाएगी, कभी एक दूसरे दूर भाग जाएगी. क्यों होगा? सो नंबर वन, like poles repel to one another, like poles repel to one another, while unlike poles and unlike poles attract each other. Like pole attract each other. What do you mean by this statement? If I have taken two magnets, this one, another case, this one another case, this one. These are the two magnets. If I have taken north pole, you know each magnet having two poles. If we come together, north pole in case number one. This is case number one. Second case, in case second, we come together one south pole of the both magnets. Like poles, north, south. Though both are the like poles, what happen when both the poles come together? This magnet face a force in this direction. This magnet will experience with the force in opposite direction. Both the magnet repel to one another. Both the magnet repel to one another. Repulsion. Repulsion. Both the magnet repel to one another. In this case, again the magnet repel to one another. Repulsion. But what happens when we come together, come near north pole of one another south pole, or maybe south pole of this magnet and north pole of this magnet? In this case, what happens in this case? Both the magnet attract to one another. In this case, both the magnet attract to one another because both having opposite poles. So, unlike poles attract each other, like poles repel one another. Attraction. Attraction. Got it? ये हो गया बच्चों हमारा एक पोर्शन फिनिश. सो लाइक पोल, अगर क्वेश्चन आता है prove it, like pole repel to one another, unlike pole attract to one another, you will show these diagrams and you will explain it in your own words. बात समझ में आ गई? अपनी लैंग्वेज में आप इसको एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे. सेकंड, have you can take a screenshot of this one. Do quick. Now second property, have you taken? Good. Second, poles exist in pair. Pole exist in pair. What do you mean by this sentence? I have taken this magnet. अब इसको I want to separate North Pole and South Pole. What I'll do? I'll break this magnet into two pieces. I'll hammer it and break this magnet into two pieces. Can I separate them? Could I separate them? No. As I broken down this magnet, it produce again, it form again two poles over here. Like this. If I break down this magnet again, if I break down this magnet again there is, in whatever the condition, if I break down into fine powder also, then they also exist the North Pole and South Poles. चाहे एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा ही क्यों ना हो, स्मॉल पीस ही क्यों ना हो जाए, पाउडर ही क्यों ना बन जाए, फिर भी it will consist North Pole and South Pole. So we can't separate two opposite poles of the magnet. We can't separate two poles of a magnet. They also always exist in a pair. Next one. Maximum strength of maximum strength of magnetic field. Maximum strength of magnetic field. Maximum strength of magnetic field at its poles. At its poles. But I have taken one magnet, and it is the North Pole and it is South Pole. कोई जरूरी है ये नॉर्थ साउथ हो, यहाँ पर नॉर्थ है तो यहाँ साउथ है. We can use, right? Now I have taken the magnet. क्या इस मैग्नेट पर यहाँ पर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है? यहाँ पर भी होगा, यहाँ पर भी होगा, यहाँ पर भी होगा. क्या ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इस पूरी मैग्नेट पर यूनिफॉर्म है? ये जो फोर्स है, फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, क्या ये पूरी मैग्नेट पर सेम है, या कुछ प्लेसेस पर ज्यादा होता है और कुछ पर कम होता है? कैन यू प्रूव इट? कैन यू प्रूव इट? द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इज मैक्सिमम एट द पोल्स. ये पोल है, यहाँ पर मैक्सिमम होता है. हाउ विल यू explain it? Yes, I'll take a paper. I'll take a paper and take a magnet over here. Take a magnet over here and sprinkle iron dust over here. Sprinkle iron dust over here, right? like this. And now tap it. Now tap it. इसको ऐसे tap करेंगे. When we tap it, we will see that the maximum iron dust arranged at the poles. Maximum iron dust arranged at the poles. यहां पर भी होगा लेकिन कम होगा, बीच में होगा लेकिन कम होगा. Weakest and strongest magnetic field at the poles. Strongest magnetic field at the poles. Got it? Now, next point. Attractive property of the magnet. Magnet attract to the opposite. Next property of the attractive property of the magnet. Some of the materials attract towards the magnet. कुछ material जो होते हैं attractive property of magnet. Some of the material attract towards the magnet, and such kind of materials which attract towards the magnet are known as magnetic materials. Magnetic substance. While another material which do not attracted by the magnet known as non-magnetic substance. So magnetic substance attract towards the magnet, do not attract towards the magnet, non-magnetic substance. One another point over here, opposite poles attract. Next one, directive property of the magnet. Last one, directive property of magnet. Directive property of magnet. Magnet can show the direction. When we take a magnet and hang it freely, free to move, hang it free to move. After some time, we will observe that north pole of the magnet directed towards the north pole of the earth, and south pole shows to the south. So it shows north direction and it shows south direction. This is the directive property of magnet. Due to this property, the magnet is used to find the direction by the travelers. Got it? Now we are going to discuss one another portion which is based on the directive property of the magnet. बात समझ में आ गई बच्चों? यहां तक ये प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मैग्नेट फिनिश होती है. इसको हटा दें. Now, on the basis of property, directive property of magnet, we made an instrument. This instrument is known as magnetic compass. This is the magnetic compass. In the magnetic compass, it is made by the box. It is made up of a box, and it is covered with the. Number one, it consists of needle. It consists of needle like this. एक ऐसी needle है, and this needle showing to the north direction, north and south direction. This needle is free to move. This needle is free to move. This is the magnetic compass. magnetic compass having a what is a, how will you describe the magnetic compass? If question come here in your examination, describe a magnetic compass. Number one, you will write the device which is used to find the direction, by the travelers is known as magnetic compass. Not only travelers but all the persons is known as magnetic compass. Magnetic compass has a needle which is freely which can freely move. Magnetic needle which can freely move. It is made up of a box and it is covered with the glass. इसको glass से cover करो. Why the compass is covered with the glass? Because to avoid effect of air or atmosphere. To avoid effect of air or atmosphere, the compass is covered with the glass. The compass covered with the glass. बच्चों, तुम्हारा केवल क्लास अटेंड करना ही काम नहीं है. वीडियो को तब तक देखते रहो जब तक कि ये पूरा पोर्शन तुम लोगों को लर्न नहीं हो जाता. लर्न हो जाए, राइट डाउन योर नोट्स. राइट डाउन नोट्स इन योर नोटबुक. जब ये पूरा पोर्शन याद हो जाए, देन यू कैन स्टॉप. अदरवाइज जब तक पूरा याद नहीं होता तब तक क्लास तो है ही. आई हैव ऑल्सो सेंडिंग दी रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ द क्लास. सो जब ये वीडियो जो है 2 बार 3 बार you should use. This is the magnetic compass.